Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're gonna try to make homemade mozzarella for the first time. We also picked up a 100% cotton extra fine cheesecloth, and this is 8 yards of it. And this is what it looks like. This is doubled up. Let me just show you. It gets very, very thin here to get all the water out of the cheese. Alright, so for our ingredients, we need a couple things. You need whole milk, specifically a half gallon, but the store only had whole gallon where we were at. You need a thermometer. You need white vinegar. You need a pot with a lid. And then you also need this cheesecloth I showed you and a mixing bowl to put it on top of. That's where you're going to drain the cheese curds. Alright, so since I don't have a half gallon, I need 1,892 milliliters. I don't even know if that'll fit in here. No, it's not going to fit, I don't think. We'll just do 1,000 in here. You can. Okay, 1,000. Can you pour that in the pot for me, please, assistant sous chef? Okay, back on the scale.
We need 90.
892. I mean, it's gotta be close enough, right? Whatever, close enough. Because that one was a little over, so. It's just easier to get a half gallon, but again, that's all we have, so.
There you go.
Alright, so now you're going to heat it, not until boiling, you're just going to heat it till it's 110 degrees. So that's why you need a thermometer. We have an instant read thermometer, so we're just going to keep checking it. If you have the kind that sits on the edge of your pot, you can put that in there now too. Now let's get another temperature check here. 76. 107. I'm just going to keep it going. With science here. 109, 110. Alright. So now you're going to shut it off. Shut off the flame, which we did. It's off. And then you're going to go ahead and add in your 5 tablespoons of white vinegar. And while I add this in, my sous chef is going to stir. You just want to mix that around just a little bit, nothing too crazy. And see, it's starting to curdle. So once it starts to do that, you're going to leave it alone. You're going to put a lid on it, and you're going to come back in about 15 to 20 minutes. And we'll see you in a couple minutes. And the timer's up. We only did 15 minutes. We'll see how it's looking. If it's not curding, then we'll do another 5 minutes. Okay. Alright, it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty curdled. So I think we're not going to do the extra 5 minutes. Now we're going to move that over here. Now, I just wanted to show you, if you don't have the cheesecloth, you could always use a fine mesh strainer. But I'm just going to use this because you can tighten it better and get more of the water out. So my sous chef assistant, because I'm the director, is going to scoop out the curd. And what's left in the bowl is actually called whey. And as she's scooping that out, kind of looks like cottage cheese. I wonder if that's how they make cottage cheese. Mm-hmm. Now, we didn't add any seasoning. I did forget to mention that if you don't have vinegar, you could use lemon juice, but we opted for vinegar. So we're going to get all that in here, and I'll show you what's next here. Okay. Now, you can actually just keep letting this sit here, and it might curdle some more. But we're gonna go ahead and put the lid back on it. And then we're gonna strain the water. So I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. Okay, so you lift it up here. And you squeeze. And you want to get as much of that water out as possible. And just be patient with it. If you hear anything in the background, it's my washer going. And look at how clear, you see? This is what they call whey because it's just clear. The curd is all in the cheese. Alright, so once you get most of the water out, I think this is pretty satisfied. So we're just going to open it up and take a look at it and just see how it looks. It's not going to be together like a mozzarella like you would expect to see. Yeah, so it's kind of pasty here, you see that? So now, we're going to dump that into a bowl, and we're going to reheat it. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Alright, so we're just scraping all this out here. This is fine mesh, so it just takes a little bit of effort to get it all off. But once you get it all off, it'll be worth it. Now, you can reheat this in the whey because you do need to reheat it, but we're going to put it in the microwave for 30 seconds. I'm going to do 30 seconds. Our microwave's pretty strong, but we'll check it after 20 seconds. Okay, now once you do it, actually I'm going to let you do it because I'm going to drop it. I'm only one-handed here. Once you take it out of the microwave, you want to get the rest of that water out. So just hold it and just dump it out. You're not going to squeeze it. You're just going to let it fall into the bowl. Alright, so it is a bit warm here, but when it's warm like this, it's malleable. So you're just going to try to get it into like a mozzarella type ball. And you're going to want to just mix it together. I'll do it on the cutting board. You're just going to mix it together because you want it to form a ball. And as you can see, it was quite curdled, but as you mix it, it becomes stretchable. So it's almost like Play-Doh. You want to do this with clean hands, but you do this and you just keep going. Keep doing this until it becomes stretchy. I wonder what it smells like. Oh, it smells like mozzarella. The amount of curd you get is just going to depend on how much is in the milk. Alright, so we're going to keep going here. We're going to stretch it. I think we're going to heat it up for just a couple more seconds. Alright, so we're back out of the microwave. Okay, this is better. This is better. Look at that. Look at that. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, hot. Okay, so now we're just going to put it into a slight mozzarella ball. Like this. See? See this mozzarella ball? So, once you're satisfied with the stretchiness, I think this is pretty stretchy, mozzarella-y. I'm going to put it in a nice little ball, and then you're going to want to put it, just wait. Alright, so once you're satisfied with your little matzo ball, you're going to put it in your bowl, and you're going to put it with some cold water. This is just ice water that I had. You're going to let it sit for about 15 minutes, let it chill out, and then it's ready to cut. Alright, so she's been in her ice bath for a little bit. Very smooth, very squishy. So we're going to slice up this mozzarella. It's going to be really creamy, as you can see here. As you can see, it's not curdled anymore. It's very smooth. Very delicious looking, if I do say so myself. Now, with fresh mozzarella, you could just eat it like this. You could also eat it how they do when you do the tomatoes, the mozzarella, the basil, a little bit balsamic vinegar glaze. But I've got some roasted bell pepper, I've got some tomato sauce, and I have some pizza dough here, and I'm actually just gonna make a pizza with this fresh mozzarella. It's gonna be like a margarita pizza style. I don't have fresh basil, but I'm gonna be using dry basil, so I'll show you guys that. All right, I've got my oven preheating, so I'm gonna go ahead and prepare this pizza, get it going. If you have some fresh garlic, fresh herbs, you could definitely put it on here. And we're just gonna do pizza. And I kind of like a lot of sauce, so. And you're just gonna spread that around here. And again, if you hear anything in the background, that's our washer going. All right, so get your favorite pizza sauce, your favorite pizza dough. And this is gonna be a margarita style. So you could probably shred this, but we're gonna leave it whole pieces and we're gonna alternate. So we're gonna put that one here. We'll do 1, 2, and in between, we're gonna put our tomatoes like this. Wow. And we're gonna put, we got room for some more mozzarella here. I think we're gonna do, let's make, we could fit one more in here. Let's do one more. There we go. Oh, and I've got my bell peppers. These I'm just gonna kind of string in between. I like the roasted bell peppers because they add some good flavor without a lot of work. If you had mushrooms, you could add those, whatever you want. All right, so that, and we don't have any fresh basil, so I'm just gonna sprinkle some dry basil on here. And something a little untraditional, I'm gonna drizzle some of this balsamic glaze on here. And that'll be, not balsamic vinegar, you want balsamic glaze, because balsamic glaze adds a nice sweetness to it. Yeah, we're gonna put that in the oven. All right, so this is what the pizza looks like. Now, before we put this in the oven, I figured that I, along with my camera woman, are just gonna go ahead and give this mozzarella a taste. Again, this is what it looks like, so I'll give the camera woman one, and me. Wow, that's good. A little tangy. I didn't add any salt to this. You could probably add salt when you're stretching it, but I think it tastes fine. Especially for something like this. This has enough flavor on it. You don't need to add any extra salt. So I'll come back when the pizza is ready. And you get your pizza hot from the oven. Looks pretty good to me. I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right away. Oh yeah. Let's just cut it. Just do this. Okay, let's just take one of these slices off here. Okay, you got your pizza. It is really hot. Let me get a piece. Let me get a bite right where this mozzarella is. It's very good. Probably could have left it in the oven a little bit longer, but it's good. I just couldn't wait to eat it. Alright, so if this is your first time to my channel, make sure you like and subscribe. And you can put whatever you like on the pizza. You can eat the mozzarella fresh. You can put it in salad. If you like your cheese a little salty, just add a little bit of salt when you're stretching it, and it'll be perfect. Thanks for watching. Bye. And you might be wondering what you can do with this leftover milk. You can use this for pancakes, muffins, baking, anything like that. It's very similar to buttermilk.